The sacrificial system in ancient Israel was very complex. Its earliest codification is found in the book of Leviticus, and it feels strange to read these portions on Shabbats because their reality is so far away from ours. And yet, understanding how our biblical ancestors tried to make sense of their world and to repair broken relationships can be a source of inspiration. They took specific actions to recreate harmonious connections. It was a transactional world. You do something wrong, and you can repair it by giving up something which is dear to you. Think about how you today mend what is broken. You know that you have to take a first step towards your fellow, acknowledging and accepting what has just happened. You have to give up your pride and even your ego. Today, we do not offer sacrifices anymore, but we do offer what is dear to us. We offer a space for the other to express themselves. Sadly, all too often people tend to shout their views without listening to each other, as if by doing so they would lose something. The winner-loser dynamic leads nowhere. There is a liminal space between people, the sacred space of the encounter that enables us to move forward. In order to make sense of this ancient text, I'm proposing from now on a Torah lunch class on Fridays at 1 p.m. Each week, we will look at one text from the Torah portion of the week and read it in more details. For that class, you need to be able to read Hebrew. If you cannot do so just yet, let us know. We have a Hebrew for beginners class that will teach you how to read. You can find more details in the newsletter. On Wednesday evening, we have marked Yom HaShoah, a day of remembrance for those of our people who perished during the Shoah. I have taken part in an initiative, Light a Yellow Candle, promoted by Maccabi Great Britain. And this year, I want to remember a family that lived in a small village in Normandy where I used to live. This family were called the Rabinovich, and you can find here on the document, which is a list of Jews living in the department where I lived in Normandy. Ephraim and Emma were the parents from Lithuanian origin. Isaac was the son, and he was a student. And they lived in a village called Levant, where all of them were deported to Auschwitz and never came back. On Shabbat morning, we will welcome Ruth Seeger, the chair of Liberal Judaism. COVID has strengthened our community, but it has also allowed tighter bonds between KLS and the movement, and our movement, Liberal Judaism. Liberal Judaism has a unique voice in the Jewish community and in the larger British society. I hope many of you will come and give Ruth a unique KLS welcome, sadly with no food this time. Have a nice week ahead, and I'll see you all on Shabbat.